November 11th is the birth anniversary of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Born in Mecca in 1888, Abul Kalam Azad received a traditional Islamic education at home in Calcutta from his father and other teachers. Maulana was well versed in many languages like Arabic, English, Urdu, Hindi, Persian and Bengali. He was a renowned scholar and a poet. He adopted the pen name Azad as a mark of his mental emancipation from a narrow view of religion and life.
He was drawn to journalism and politics from a young age. Two leading revolutionaries of Bengal, Aurobindo Ghosh and Sri Shyam Sundar Chakravarti, inspired Maulana Azad. He joined the revolutionary movement against the British rule. Within 2 years, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad helped set up secret revolutionary centers all over North India and Bombay.
In 1912, Maulana Azad started a weekly journal in Urdu called Al-Hilal. The government banned Al-Hilal in 1914. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad then started another weekly called Al-Balag with the same mission of propagating Indian nationalism and Hindu-Muslim unity. In 1916, the government banned this paper too and expelled Maulana Abul Kalam Azad from Calcutta.
Influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and his ideals, he joined Congress in 1920. Azad became the youngest person to serve as the president of the Indian National Congress at the age of 35 in 1923.
He was imprisoned several times between 1920 and 1945, including for his participation in the civil disobedience movement and the Quit India movement. Maulana Azad tirelessly advocated for a single India that would embrace both Hindus and Muslims while strongly opposing the partition.
कल तक जब तक कि आजादी हमारे हाथ में न थी, आपके मुल्क का क्या हाल था? वो अपनी किस्मत का मालिक नहीं था, उसकी किस्मत दूसरों के हाथों में। आपका अमन भी आपके कब्जे में न था, आपकी बेअमनी भी आपके कब्जे में न थी। जब कभी मुल्क में बदअमनी होती थी तो आप अपने तरफ नहीं देखते थे, उनके तरफ देखते। जब आपको कोई तकलीफ और परेशानी होती थी, आप उनके आगे मजबूर होते थे कि अपना हाथ बढ़ाएं। लेकिन आज वो नहीं, आज अपनी किस्मत के आप खुद मालिक हैं।
Maulana Azad took an active part in the Constituent Assembly debates, particularly those related to education. He believed that India as a nation should aspire for high educational standards. As the first education minister of the country from 1947 until his death in 1958, he advocated for free and compulsory primary education for all children up to the age of 14, as he believed it was the right of all the citizens.
He established the Board for Adult Education to facilitate education among uneducated adults. He was also one of the brains behind the University Grants Commission (UGC) and played a key role in the establishment of other educational institutions like the Indian Institute of Science and various IITs.
He breathed his last on 22nd of February 1958. His autobiography, India Wins Freedom, was published after his death in 1959. Azad was awarded the Bharat Ratna posthumously in 1992. It is because of his contributions in the field of education that 11th of November is celebrated as National Education Day.
11th November is also the birth anniversary of Acharya J.B. Kripalani, a Gandhian socialist, environmentalist and independence activist. Jeevat Ram Bhagwan Das Kripalani, popularly known as Acharya Kripalani, was born in 1888. From 1912 to 1927, he taught at various places before becoming wholly involved in India's freedom movement.
He met Gandhiji during the Champaran Satyagraha in 1917. He earned the title Acharya around 1922 when he was teaching at the Gujarat Vidyapeeth, which was founded by the Mahatma a couple of years before. Inspired by Gandhiji, he joined the Indian National Congress in 1927 and took part in the non-cooperation movement and the Quit India movement.
Acharya Kripalani was married to an equally dynamic personality, Sucheta Kripalani, another Gandhian activist and freedom fighter. Acharya J.B. Kriplani was elected to the Constituent Assembly from the United Province. He was the chairman of the subcommittee on the fundamental rights. In the Constituent Assembly, he spoke on the preamble.
He was elected as the Congress Party president in 1946, but resigned a year later due to the growing differences with the party members on the role of the working committee. Soon, Kriplani turned into a strong critique of the Indian National Congress.
Acharya Kriplani passed away on the 19th of March 1982 at the age of 93 in Ahmedabad.
And